Probably. Had to open these holes back out of the fenders because the driver's side fender was a replacement and it didn't have holes, and they saw that and they thought that the passenger side shouldn't have holes either. It's kind of a lack of communication, so they welded the passenger side fender holes closed. Caught that pretty early, and I said, no, holes need to be there, but they didn't open them back up to the right size. So a little bit of modification here on our fresh paint, put some tape on there to protect it. She's a beaut, Clark. So before we took the car apart, I made sure that we could get a new windshield, and I'm sure anybody that remembers the first episode when we took the quarter windows out and the back window, we were very careful not to cut the seals because we were going to have to reuse them because they're obsolete US and Germany. So the windshield seal I had checked, and the seal and the glass were both available. So we didn't really have to worry about taking the windshield out too carefully, which is a good thing because it was kind of trash. It was a really good thing whenever it actually came down to it, because the seal, there was no way we could have got that out of there. If we would have had to have saved the windshield, we probably could have, even though it was pretty ratty. But the seal was just like cooked onto the car, and I ended up just kicking the shit out of it to get it out of the car. And I was careful pulling the chrome trim, but I pulled it on the car, and the glass guy showed up this morning, and he made some pretty weird faces as he was getting ready to put the thing in, but he got it in there, and he did an awesome job. So we got a brand new windshield and a brand new windshield seal. We reused the chrome trim, and it straightened out pretty good. So pretty happy about that. It could have been bad, but I heard somebody. I was on the phone when the guy came in. I heard somebody say something about going to a wrecking yard to get a new piece of chrome. It's like, yeah, things that aren't going to happen. Going to a wrecking yard and finding a Fox, take a piece of chrome off of, doesn't happen. So it's in there now. That's a good thing. Sonic service for GPS. Next available flight. That's what they do, George.
Sonic service.
Sonic service, yeah. It's UPS is when you gotta have it right the fuck now service.
Yeah, they offer next tomorrow morning. Do some last trimming and we'll be done.
Rock on.
The ultra suede perforated headliner.
I wonder if there's any other Foxes with that around.
Oh no. That headliner costs as much as the Fox. Matching sun visors and pillars. And then we'll have a sunroof visor, which I can't install until the sunroof tracks and frame gets put in.
Yeah.
And that'll be perforated as well.
Man, it looks awesome. The whole interior is going to be crazy. I hate it. No. These things will probably practically install themselves, Scott. I think the main thing is I don't want you pushing on it too much.
Yeah, just
not being on the jack stands.
Yeah.
It's going to look awesome.
Yeah.
I like the chrome.
Yeah.
Chrome on the silver. Oh man, you gotta be careful against it. Oh, it looks awesome. Give me some good pressure here. Alright, here we go, home stretch. Oh, look at that.
Just squeezes right in there.
I didn't even break a sweat. Well, maybe I sweated a little bit, but
That looks nice on the outside.
I know, man. Normally not an action you can do. So since none of this trim is available for the Fox and replacement parts, we're going to restore the old parts around the window. Basically what we have here is this is a fully stripped of the anodization trim piece. It hasn't been polished at all yet, but there's no anodization on it, so we can actually polish this now. This is a piece that we stripped and polished, then re-anodized it to see if it would give us the appropriate finish. You know, we wanted something that was still bright and shiny, but the anodization really dulled it back out again. This is a piece that we stripped, polished, and then had bright nickel finished, and this is what we're going to go with. This is pretty damn good. This is very close to chrome, and we can't actually chrome parts like this, so this is what we're going to do. So we're going to finish polishing the rest of this trim, send it out along with some of the hardware, get it bright nickel plated, and get the doors put back together on the car and start moving on to the next step. It became pretty obvious that the Fox wasn't going to get done in time for the show, and we really had to stop working on it about a week before we left to actually get everything else done that we needed to do in order to go down for the event. Megan, you don't mind driving the van, do you? Yeah.
Oh,
That's a test of relationship right there, Dean.
That's fine.
So since the Fox isn't going, we trailered Tolliver's car down with hog haulers, and we drove the Cabrio and Chris's anniversary edition. We'll have 3 real nice cars in our booth this year, and give us something to look forward to for next year.